Welcome to Snackcast.
Hey, man, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
So day 2, we are starting this new little mini-series, Nutritional Deficiency, Macronutrients.
Micronutrients, all the nutrients, all the stuff.
All the stuff.
The things we don't get enough of.
So the point today, right, is just to kind of, why do we care?
Yeah.
What's it matter? And what's the state of the union?
Well, the state of the union is that we are eating more than we ever have, and we are getting less vitamins and minerals than we ever have. So you talk
Makes sense.
High energy, low nutrient value equals bad.
Makes sense.
So again, we talked yesterday a little bit about why that's occurring. You know, it's not showing up in the yield crops. It's not showing up in it's not showing up, obviously, in junk food. We're a faster-paced environment. We eat quickly. We don't eat whole foods. We eat processed sugars, processed foods, and it's crap.
Yeah.
So tell me why it matters. So you don't get enough vitamins and minerals. Big deal. Whoop-de-freaking-do.
Well, the textbook of natural medicine, 5th edition, I'm going to read it so I don't misquote it. They said that nutrition deficiency or nutrient deficiency is the most common cause of a depressed immune system. What happens when your immune system's depressed?
You're about to get ill.
Or you're in a constant state of it.
Right. Disease hits, illness hits, everything hits. You're just not getting it. So Let me put this plainly. At least 1/2 of American adults have at least one preventable disease.
Say that again.
At least half of Americans have at least one preventable disease. So going in line with this, what's causing all of our diseases, I would come to this conclusion right here. We're not getting our macro and micronutrients. It's a big problem.
I would say it's either that or known poor choices, right? Excessive drinking, smoking.
Yeah, but those are actually, when you look at the number of dietary calories that we get from, let's say, alcohol, I actually read that earlier. From alcohol, it's about 4%. I mean, is it a poor choice? Does it really suppress your immune system and some other things? You bet. But, I mean, 4% of our calories are coming from dietary. Yes, they are bad calories.
No, that wasn't really my point as much as if half of all American adults have a preventable disease, there's only 2 ways you get it. You're not taking in enough of the right stuff, or you're
doing something
intentionally taking
I get it. You're right.
Stuff.
Yep. So the funny thing about this is the rhetoric has never been higher, right? The balanced diet, right? I mean, decades of food plates and food pyramids, decades of balance your diet out has done absolutely butkus to improve our situation.
Well, it's a lot of misinformation too.
I was going to go one of 2 ways with that. Either we're not following it, or it's not good information.
No, it's in part, it's definitely bad information backed by big money. Case in point, and why it's resonating with me. I'm dead center of the book, The Great Cholesterol Myth. And what they're comparing is saturated fats to polyunsaturated fats. And the difference is saturated fats are in large part natural fatty foods, meats. Polyunsaturated are your vegetable oils. And the difference in the two. And it was, I guess, somewhere around maybe the 70s or 80s that this big push
for vegetable oils that they were healthier and
happened.
Crisco,
margarine,
Hey, that's good stuff, man. It's not a saturated fat. It's good for you.
Right.
Yeah.
So a lot of that kind of misinformation, but so it's funny you say 50%. The basic that I found in 2012, the CDC said that 10% of all Americans are nutrient deficient.
Right.
And upwards to 35%, depending on which nutrient you're talking about and then which different demographic, which was mainly gender or race, right? I think Black Americans are more likely to be vitamin D deficient.
Okay.
I believe. And women were more likely to be iron deficient. So there's some demographic things at play. But
as a whole, I mean, you can say, hey, developing countries in the world are vitamin nutrition or vitamin deficient, blah, 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 blah. But this crosses many thresholds here, many demographics. Sure. This is not just...
Food has never been more abundant in the West.
I would argue never been more abundant in the world, but in the West part of it.
Possibly, but I can't speak for Zimbabwe or...
right.
The remote islands off of New Zealand
So, all right. So here are just some of them. And I was estimated average requirement. The EAR is what is determined that you are, how deficient are you in these, right? How deficient are you in these areas? And so... Vitamin A, Americans are 43% deficient in vitamin A. Vitamin C, 39%. Vitamin D, 94.3%. Vitamin
what?
E.
94?
94% deficient, right? Sunshine. Yep. Vitamin E, 88% deficient. Vitamin K, 66% deficient. Calcium, 44% deficient. Magnesium, 52% deficient. Potassium, 100% deficient.
What?
Yes. One thing we are getting plenty of, though, is sodium. We're 0.1% deficient in sodium. Yeah. And then choline, 91.7%. I don't know what choline is.
Is there any of them that we are not deficient at all?
Yeah. Sodium.
We're just a whole room full of deficientoids?
Niacin, 1.1% deficient, and riboflavin, 2.1.
Because it's an additive.
Yeah.
In processed food.
Yeah. Go figure. Right? So, ironically, or not ironically, the higher the sugar content in your food, the more deficient the food is. Does that shock you at all?
Chemically, like the sugar offsets it, or...
No, the higher the sugar content, the lower the nutrient value.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, let's pack lots of sugars in there and make it taste better, and again, highly processed foods, right?
It's
again, double whammy, right? Isn't that a double whammy? Sugar depresses the immune system. This is a known fact. Plus, you're not getting your vitamins and minerals that you need. Yeah, let's go eat more junk food.
Yeah, and when you say junk food, I mean, that's literally what it is. It's scientists, in the name of big food, this is from the Great Cholesterol Myth as well.
Okay.
Right. They obviously figured out a long time ago that fat, salt, and sugar combined appropriately produces the highest dopamine hits, which makes us temporarily the happiest.
Say that again?
Fat, salt, and sugar, when properly combined, provides the highest dopamine hit when consumed. So what are they trying to...
Pancakes, sausage, and syrup. Yum.
Think, potato chips, right?
Right.
Starch, sugar, salt, and deep fried.
Yum.
This is delicious.
It's delicious. I'm excited. So yeah, really kind of wrapping this up. I mean, we're gonna do deep dives into the specifics, the specific vitamins and minerals and what you need and how to get them.
Maybe tackle the top vitamins that and how to fix them.
Again, yeah, some of these just you can't take a pill. They can't. Your body does not absorb them that way. So how else do you get it? We'll talk about
which
that
one was 100%?
Oh gosh, that was potassium.
Potassium.
I know it's in bananas. I don't know what else it's in.
I bet you it's in like starchy greens and
But, you know, what function in the body does potassium do, right? So
Heck if I know, but we're going to try.
we're going to dive into that.
Right.
In a nutshell, the U.S. foods, right? We are energy rich and nutrient poor, right?
Yeah.
So, like, literally, you were talking, I'm getting excited here. Literally, you were talking just the other day about how you don't crave nearly what you used to crave, right?
I don't.
You're on predominantly a ketogenic diet,
Right.
Paleo, right? Whole foods, lots of meats, lots of fats, and you don't crave the stuff that you used to, right?
Correct.
But a lot of Americans, they just keep piling on the sugar and the junk food, and they're hungrier than ever. It's your body's way of saying, I need more nutrients, right?
Yeah.
Get them into my body. So if you eat, someone says, you know, I'm hungry all the time. Well, your body's probably not getting the vitamins and minerals it needs in order to satiate.
And if you're, you know, occasionally sick with minor things, just common colds and what have you, again, the effects on the immune system. So, all right,
I'm ready. You ready?
I'm ready, man.
Let's dive into
it's
this one.
actually, this is probably one of them that I am going to learn the most because I know jack nothing about it.
Yeah, you and me both. Let's do
You
it.
know, so
Common sense, though.
questions, comments, concerns, hit us at snackcast@yes.fit.
Stay moving.
See you.